Mentee Investment Brothers, and I brought William here. He's one of our mentees that we're teaching. We're doing a little on-the-field training and just doing the rounds as well. We've got actually a couple of good things that we're doing today. One of them is we're doing a walkthrough on a property that we're about to close escrow on. We need to make sure that it's vacant. So that's one of the reasons why we want to actually physically go out there and see it. The other thing is we're going to actually do a physical inspection on a property that we got an offer accepted on just a day ago from some of the marketing that we're doing. And we're also going to drive some of the projects that we have in the same area just to make sure that the crews are on top of it. Or if they're not working, find out what stage it's at, because they should be already finishing the projects that we have going. So we're about to walk into 2 brand new homes that we built from the ground up. We bought this as an SFR that was sitting on 2 lots. We knew that already. But in this case, the good thing is we bought it at a really good price, because we were planning to do an addition to the existing house. And by the time we were getting ready to do that and we did the soils report and everything else, lo and behold, we realized that the house was built slightly crooked. And if we would have done the addition, we would have ended up on the property line and not met the setback requirements. So we just decided to tear down the house on the left-hand side of the lot, which is now why we ended up with 2. We ended up with 2 brand new homes, but we bought it right. We're still making a real nice, hefty 6-figure profit here. So let's walk into the property and take a look. Surveillance done, and then they mark the whole floor. And then that's when you really if you guys could realize right there, that's where they ended up doing the marking on it when we got the surveillance on it. That's how we found out that the property that was existing ended up being crooked. So the house originally stood on the left-hand side. We actually ended up tearing it down. And now that's where we ended up with 2 brand new homes, which in reality is better, because these are actually end up selling for $500,000 a piece. I don't have the exact number, but I think we ended up with about 14 or 1,450 square feet for I believe there are 4 bedrooms and 3 baths, but we'll walk it. So everything you're looking at right here is basically brand new. All the drywall, electrical, foundation, plumbing. The plumbing's running underground. These are the shaker cabinets that we put in. This is a nice high quality finish for the area. You don't really have to go all out in this type of an area, because what you're going to end up with as a consumer is a first time buyer that really isn't so concerned about the quality of the home or the finishes of the home as much as they are qualifying and being able to buy the house. But the workers that we work with are so used to the style of cabinets and granite countertops and finishes and backsplashes that they always just calculate that. So for us, I think what's going to happen is, by the time we get ready to clean it and stage it and put it up on the market, we should have both of them sold, because there's nothing under $500,000 here in the area. So what we have down here set up is you could call it like a little mother-in-law quarters, where you got a bedroom down here. If it's an older family member that's living, this is ideal for them, because right off the bedroom here you have an actual bathroom. So they have privacy. Also, this will be the guest restroom if they want to use it. You guys can see we ended up putting in some nice towel, nice flooring. Again, everything's brand new. Very convenient for somebody who's living with a family member that may be older and not be able to go up the stairs. The kitchen's down here as well. And then you have your nice little living room and entertaining room. But let's go ahead and walk upstairs so you guys can take a look at the rest of the house. I like the little detail that the guys put in here. We leave some freedom for them to do some of the creative work. They take the baseboards and the moldings around the doors. As you walk up on the landing, you got the nice wrought iron, obviously for safety reasons, but we try to put out the best stuff that we can for them. You got the bathroom all the way down at the end of the hall for the guests that are staying here at night, or for the family members, the kids. They don't have to walk too far off the bedroom. So up here, we actually have 3 bedrooms, and we have a total of 3 bathrooms with the one downstairs. This is the master bedroom, master bath. So you guys can see that we have behind this door. Go ahead and come in. You got your bathroom in here, and then we have a nice little walk-in closet. It's not very big, but again, for the area, this is very ideal for what everybody likes. You got your his and hers, plus your drawers that you'll end up putting in your bedrooms. Automatic switches, so when they walk in, they light themselves. And then let's take a look at the backyard so you guys can see what we did. One of the beautiful things is you don't actually have to do garages when you're doing new construction out here in the city of LA. You guys can actually do a carport, and that's what we ended up doing. Look at the backyard. Why don't you guys walk with me so we can see what's back there. One of the things I want to point out that a lot of people don't realize is when you're building new construction, you got to have a clean out right by the front, and this is something that's going to be required in order for you to get a final as well. Look at all the electrical panels and everything that was done. Also, guys, you know, when you're building out here or even you're doing your remodeling, make sure that your GC puts these waterproof exterior outlet covers because you don't want to have any issues down the road for your future buyer. One of the nice things that we like to do, even though you know you've got new construction over here on the right hand side and you got the older home over here, is we like to put the 6 foot fences because it gives privacy for the people that are actually buying back here. If they have any kids, you know, they can enjoy the privacy of letting them run around and not have to worry. So we've got the alley access over here. This is typically where people will roll in, you know, right off the side of the street. They'll drive themselves in here. Same thing with that one over there as well. You know, they'll end up doing the same thing, and then they can close the gates and they'll feel like they've got their privacy, which is great. Also, if you guys hear some airplane noise in the background, don't mind it. We are over the flight path of LAX. That's one of the benefits of buying in this area is you get to see the planes landing as they get close to LAX. So let's take a look at the backyard of the other house over here as well. By the way, the reason we've got the sand out here and the machines and everything ready to go is because these guys are going to be laying in the concrete for the driveway as we're talking about. They've got it framed out right now. Why don't you guys take a peek over here? They got it framed out where we're giving it a little bit of a design, and it works out nice this way. So when somebody comes into the backyard, it's just not a big slab of concrete. It's actually broken up into little pieces. And to be honest with you, the other beautiful aspect of that is that the concrete driveway is not going to crack that easy. When you have one big piece of slab and you get, you know, out here like we do, we have liquefaction underneath the earth here, as well as, you know, little earthquakes that shake and stuff like that. You're going to have cracks that are going to come up maybe 6 months to a year after it's been built. So this is one of those things that helps prevent that because it's smaller pieces of slab. But again, as you notice, it's the same type of construction, identical. The only difference is we chose different colors and different finishes so that they don't look 100% identical. So again, these should sell very fast. You know, they're built well. 1,500 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, in an area where you can't find anything under $500,000, brand new construction. I mean, these are going to fly off the shelf.